All right. ChixaP. It's a cool ass name. So, like, are you new to rapping or new to the rap scene? Like, how did give us a quick. Where'd you come from? How'd you get here?
So actually, I wasn't interested in doing music at all. I'm a preacher's kid, so I used to be in a choir. I used to sing, and then when I got in school, I used to write poetry. So as I got older, I started dating a guy that rapped. So when he would freestyle and turn on beats and stuff, I would like say I could put my poetry on this. It's just a flow. It's just catchy, you know. So that's what I did. And then I started playing with my friends and stuff, and people pushed me to do it. So
Okay, so that's how we got here. Hey, what's up, Guan? Bonjour, famille. It's Bump Jonas, and I'm here with none other than,
ChixaP.
and we're gonna have a sit down at Syke, y'all. Let's get started. All right, so again, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. Super easy, let's say cliche question, right? Who is ChixaP? What do you do, and why?
I feel like I'm just me. I don't fit into like any specific group. I can get along with anybody. I don't do what I do to be in competition or nothing like that. Because, like I said, this ain't something I was, this ain't something that was my dream. So I feel like maybe I'm just a vessel for somebody else because I am open to hearing other people and being in collaboration with other people. So, yeah, that's me.
Okay, I like that. So the question I have written is who inspired you to rap? But I want to kind of I want to come back to that, but I want to slant a little bit because it sounds like you got pushed into it in a way, in a sense, like almost peer pressured, or
I did still get inspired. So my cousin Deja, I seen she was like trying to, you know,
mm-hmm.
I don't know, she went through some stuff and I seen she got knocked off her square, but she used to always encourage me to like, let's freestyle, let's rap. So when I seen her going through something tough,
Right.
I just was like, you know what I'm saying? Let me get out my box to get her out her box because that's what I'm here for to help people. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? Like,
okay.
so then it just happened. People thought I was good at it too. So I just said,
Here we are.
yeah, here we are. But she
Okay.
did inspire me because she motivated me to motivate her.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at that point you're like, you know what? Let me take this a little bit more
Yeah.
serious. Now, how long have you been rapping for?
Since January
Since
of this year.
January of
This year.
20. Oh wow.
2025.
Okay. So when you said you hadn't done like an interview or this type, this is
Yeah,
like
that's the
you.
first time.
Look at you. You really off the porch.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to you. And then thank you for coming here to sprinkle some salt. You know what I'm talking about? Shit. All right. So let's pick on that a little bit because you're a rookie. Like we
Yeah.
can't really dance around that fact,
Yeah.
right? But you're also a preacher's kid, and no offense, right off the cuff, you don't present in that manner. So one, I wanna kind of I don't want to be offensive, but like, how did you get to this in a sense?
This
You know
was
what
my rebellion. So
I mean? Okay, so
I'm
you
used
just
to
right at
having
it.
to be covered up and I'm using to have to be like a certain person for a certain crowd of people. Like
Okay.
I never really fit in nowhere. Like I'm just me.
Okay.
Like I can't help but be just me. If I'm not comfortable somewhere I'm at, I'm just not supposed to be there. So this was just my rebellion. I just wanted to be me wherever I go. Like if I'm not always in the best mood and I can't always present my best self mentally or physically or dress like you can see, you know what I'm saying? You can see me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
So and
yeah.
if you can't be that, then you're like, I'm just not gonna be there, or
Yeah.
I'm not supposed.
Like if I can't just be me, if anybody try to make me feel uncomfortable, that's just not where I'm supposed to be.
So as cliche as it sounds, like how much pushback did you get from your family or from from the preacher?
Actually, my family is why I'm still so strong on God
Okay.
because my family never made me feel different or less than or
Come on.
anything
Okay.
because my
Okay.
mom encouraged me to be myself.
That's
She was gonna
hard.
love me regardless because she wasn't born into being a preacher's kid. She wasn't born into the lifestyle I was born into. Me
Right.
being a preacher's child, she wasn't. So she understood I got to go through life
Right.
to you know what I'm saying, be who I'm gonna be.
She knew you
'Cause,
had a different perspective already
yeah,
just because. Okay, that's fine. Shout out to moms,
yeah,
shout out to
I love
preachers.
you.
You know what I'm saying? So, okay, your cousin inspires you. You have obviously a religious or a church background, but you're expressive, even through the rebellion and everything, right?
Yeah.
When you decide to take rap serious, not necessarily a year ago that you're gonna get off the porch, but some point before that, you had to like, okay, I'm gonna start writing for real or start like, freestyling for real. Who were some folks that you emulated? Who were some folks that you looked to as far as like styles and
I
flows?
like old school. I like soulful. Like, um, it's nobody really in this day and age that I could say inspired me. I'm
Okay,
just me. Like, I love the stilo and the flow of 80s flow,
okay,
90s flow music.
okay.
It don't matter if it was male or female. It was,
And I asked that for a reason because when I got a chance to listen to your joints that are out now, um, there's two different subject matters that are going on, but I noticed that the flow, the word usage, the cadences, they don't sound like KC in some ways, and so that's why I was like, first of all, are you from KC? Like, I had to double check with the manager, like, yo, is she from here? Like, nah, she from here. Like, okay, all right. So that's why I asked that, right? Like, where did you? Everyone that raps, at some point, they have this like this period where they're training, where they're learning, where they're figuring it out, right? And so that's really where it's coming from. It's like, how did you start to develop and figure out your style?
I don't even know because I feel like I could rap to any beat. Like,
Okay.
I don't know. It's not, it's just this specific album is the 80s flow, 80s beat. But I don't know.
You get busy to all of them.
Yeah, I can get
Okay.
busy with all of them, and that I think that came from me being in the choir because me being a preacher's kid, we had to travel all around. There's different instruments used, different. You know what I'm saying? You hear different, and I got
Okay.
Asperger's. You know what I'm saying? So I hear things differently. I got
Okay.
ADHD, so
So you have a whole different approach then because of the choir aspect to stuff that like the way there's a certain I assume there's a certain musicality to how you make music then.
yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get to that. Um, ooh, do you recall the first song you ever recorded? And is it still available?
Yes, actually, the first song I ever recorded is the song that I just posted. It's called Mercy,
Okay.
and
Wow,
I
so you
wasn't.
are
I
super
wasn't
new.
I wasn't supposed to be recording that song. I was going to the studio to encourage somebody to record a song, and it was like, "You been writing that song?" I wasn't even done with it, so like the last part of it is kind of freestyle. So
Okay.
yeah, first one.
Okay. So the newness is like, I mean, like, wow. Like the plastic ain't even off the whole situation for real. You're still okay. Okay, awesome. Well, how does that feel? How does it feel right now being again like a year into it, right? Of saying, "Hey, this is what I'm going to do." How does
So
it feel right now?
I don't know. It feels like, am I really doing this? Like
Right.
this ain't something I planned on doing.
Okay.
It's just something I'm doing, and I just happen to be good at.
So that I mean, I like that in the sense that okay, it's happenstance. I'm here and I'm
Yeah.
going with it. I'm going with the flow. Um, does that give you a sense of what's the word? Less inhibition. Like you don't care as much because you're just here.
Yeah, I don't care as much. Like even now, being recent and new, people try to say stuff like, "Oh, she's trying to be like this person, or trying to sound like this person, or is her music is I don't know if I can cuss on here or
Yeah,
not.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, her
Fuck
music
them.
is her music is shitty and shit like that." So I'd be like, I don't give a fuck. I'm
Right.
just doing this shit when I'm bored. You know,
Okay.
like it's just
Okay.
happening, and then people love it and vibe with it. I'm just me, so people love me gonna fuck with my music. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in
So
my music.
and that's why I asked that way because I don't you know what as I asked her, I said ooh maybe I'm setting her up to make it seem like she don't give a shit and I don't mean it like that
Nah,
you don't
yeah,
care about the responses or
yeah. I
the
don't care about none
negativity
of that. Nah.
um when you put it that way though because you're here and you're just like you say you're just bored right how I have to ask it just in this manner I mean no offense right how should I assume then that you take the craft seriously? How do I know that you take your bars and your music seriously then?
Um, because I have got a manager to like, you know, I've always been into music. I used to be in a choir.
Mm-hmm.
Singing is what I do.
Okay.
Originally, that's something that I'm passionate about. So I'm always gonna be in the field of music.
Okay.
It's just rapping wasn't what I was trying to do.
Oh, so
Yeah.
that okay. I see. Now I'm here, y'all. Now I'm here. Like the music was gonna happen, but the
Yeah.
rapping part is like that's accidental.
Yeah.
Okay. I
I was
fuck with
just trying
that.
to flow with my cousin so she could, go. We could be big together. I could sing on the hooks, but
Right. Okay. But now you rapping,
yeah,
but you don't. You can sing your own hooks though.
yeah,
Okay. So I want to ask a little bit about Mercy and Lonely. These are the two joints that you have out, and these. So I assume like these just got recorded within the last 6 months to a year as well, right?
yeah.
Mercy, you just said, right? Okay, so the the topics are a little bit different, or the styles and approaches are a little different.
Yeah.
So talk to us about I guess the background to some of those, like
Okay.
what's going on.
Okay. So, um, lonely is because people act like they mess with you when it's beneficial. You know what I'm saying? But when you going through stuff in life, like you really by yourself. People switch sides on you. They always go for what's better or what's bigger or what's in the now. You know what I'm saying? People don't acknowledge real anymore. People just acknowledge what's popping or
Right.
what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
What's
They let
useful.
social media fill their head up. And then mercy is because people understand my background, but they don't understand what I had to go through after being a preacher's kid in my adult life. So they do take my kindness for weakness. They think because I'm peaceful, I'm pussy. So I was just done with showing mercy. I was just letting people know that, you know,
We here now.
yeah, we here.
Okay, I fuck with it. Okay. Look, you're doing real well for your first time. You're doing real
Thank
well.
you.
Good job. Um, which actually, this is where I normally would stop and give people their flowers. And I want to say for you, the one thing I think is incredible is that your flow is not like anything that we hear. And there's a lot of different flows in KC, so I'm not like trying to say, oh my God, there's one sound. But you have a cadence and an approach that is maybe you're matching the beats that are going on there, but the way that you're doing it doesn't it reminds me of like sort of a New York throwback kind of thing. You know what I mean? So if that was the intent, good job.
Thank you.
The other thing I would say is that with you being a rookie, you're handling yourself very well.
Thank
You know what I mean? So good job as a freshman. You know what I mean?
you.
Okay, so I want to ask, what non-rap albums do you listen to that you can maybe, give us an album that you play a lot that is not rap or hip hop?
I I don't know album names and stuff,
Okay.
but I do know songs.
So give us a non-rap song.
I love Smokey Norfolk. I understand.
Okay.
Um, that's just to get you out of a hard time when you're going through stuff, because we all go through things. And then when you get your heart broke, I like that song Kello. I don't know that girl's name, but it's a beautiful song.
By Adele?
No,
Oh, that's the only Hello I Know song.
no, it's
Sorry.
another one.
Oh,
Maybe I'm saying the name wrong too, so I
no,
don't
you
know.
might be right. I'm not up on my because that sounded like you said heartbreak, so I just assume R&B.
I like a lot of underground artists. Like,
Okay. All right. I fuck with it. So with you being a rookie, right? I'm not trying to pick on it, but that's just it's going
no,
it's
it's
going to
okay.
reflect,
Say
right?
what you say.
But I think it's one thing actually I want to mention though, with you being a rookie, with you being new, let's just say new, right? You have such a fresh perspective that you can gain and give to people you come across as you network, right? And so you can see things from a fully different angle than most of us can, because you're like, yeah, I just got here. Let's see what's
Yeah.
going on, and so with that, I want to ask, like, what's your experience so far when it comes to the music scene here in KC? I don't necessarily want to get messy,
No, it's
but
okay.
what's it been like for you, good and bad?
It's been cool. Like most of the male artists, they've been supporting me. Like known artists, underground artists, like you know, well, I guess they all underground, but if I know 'em and a few other people know 'em, you know what I'm saying. But a few people ain't heard of some of them, and they been supporting me, and I think their music really good too. So I definitely want to collaborate with some of them. And um, I don't. I don't really know any female artists, but Miss Kush, I love you. She been supporting me hard. I love. I don't know.
So
I
you've
mess with
had a good
everybody.
experience in the scene,
Yeah,
then.
I
Okay.
had a good.
Now with that, I think you've been able to do. You've opened up for someone before. I mean, I want to talk about your show experience. In the sense of again being new to that whole process. What's your show routine like? How do you get ready for a show?
So I'm not gonna lie, I smoke a few blunts because I
Yeah,
have anxiety.
3.5 in that motherfucker.
I have anxiety. Yeah, and then I just be like, they call your mama a bee if you don't get up on the stage. So yeah, I gotta mentally prepare
Okay.
I got anxiety real bad. Like I'm fidgeting right now.
Yeah,
So yeah,
you
I
know
just
you're so
gotta
super hype
hype
yourself
myself
up like
up.
you
Yeah,
gonna
and
get
then I'll
it.
stay an hour and then I'll leave.
Okay,
But yeah,
so you dip in, do your thing, and get on.
yeah.
Okay, you gonna go a long way with that type of energy though, for real. All right, so this is the part where I like to ask. I want to get into the creative process.
Mm,
Okay, this is a question that I call the chicken or the egg,
mm.
and what I mean by that is, what comes first for you? Is it the beat or is it the lyrics? Which
The
one
beat,
sparks the song? The beat.
the beat.
Okay, and so then because you have that choir background, how do you approach the song? Like, you know what I mean? Because
Based off
rappers, we might just write a bar and then be like, all right, I'm gonna jump it there. But
So based off whatever like I went through or I see people I love going through or something I know anybody could relate to, if I'm feeling that type of beat, you
mm,
know what I'm saying?
okay,
You know what I'm saying? I'm a rap about that. It's whatever I'm mentally going through, whatever somebody else is going through. I'm trying to talk them through or
what you're
you know what
feeling
I'm
in that
saying?
moment.
Yeah.
Okay. So you let the beat. So the beat starts things off, and then you're like, okay, this makes me feel this, or this reminds me of this scenario,
Yeah.
and then it starts to flow from there.
You ever had a fight with somebody and you heard the glass breaking like do.
Mm,
So then you hear a beat that's like do. You like, yeah, I had to
then there we
Yeah,
right back
see?
here now.
And then you
Okay.
hear a melody beat and you ever rode in the car, you was falling asleep high, the wind blowing and you just felt good. You know, you wanna rap about that when you hear that type of beat.
Okay. Yeah, I hear descriptive as fuck. I like that. Okay. All right. All right. So this is what we call studio feng shui.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way this question works is, what are some things that you have to have in the studio with you in order to feel like you've had a good session? And what are some things that cannot be in the studio with you in order to feel like you had a good session?
So I've only been in the studio 3 times.
Damn,
Yeah.
super rookie.
So yeah, I was in the studio 3 times. I just gotta have my blunt, and like I said, I was not lying in my song Lonely. I be by myself. I got my best friend, but you know our work schedules are different, so I just be by myself. So I don't really need nothing but my blunt and myself.
And just be in it. Okay.
Yeah,
Are
just
you a
my
pen and a
blunt.
pad writer or off the
Nah,
phone?
I'm a
Oh,
remember
off the
it.
dome.
Nah, I'm
Okay.
a remember it.
Right.
I'll freestyle something, then if I like that part, I'll add that part to something else I like that I had freestyle in my head, and I'll
Oh
just
shit.
remember it.
Oh shit. So you just okay.
Hmm.
All right, man. All right. A little sprinkle for that, you know what I'm saying? All right. Ooh. So what are some what would you say? What are some passions or hobbies? Some things that you do outside of music? Because we don't want to just say rap.
Yeah. So I've been doing hair and makeup.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, for almost 10 years now.
Okay.
I'm really cold. I think I'm almost one of the best. Not
Look,
gonna
look,
lie.
look.
I'm really cocky about that. Now the
And you
music,
should be. Go
now the
ahead.
music, I could, but my hair and makeup stuff, I'm really cold. You feel what
Okay.
I'm saying? So yeah, I do that, and I do cook, and I breed dogs as well.
No shit.
Yes.
Wow. So you get to it.
Yeah. By
All
any
right.
means necessary. I take care of my whole family.
Now, okay, you got any siblings?
Yes, I do.
Are they as rebellious as you are?
They were rebellious in other ways.
Okay.
Nobody has tattoos and piercings like me. Like this was my rebellion. I didn't do nothing else. I'm not a gangbanger. I was gonna lie, but I was gonna say I'm not a gunslinger. But you just have to stay protected at all times, you know. So
I like how you did that. That was smooth.
yeah, but
That was
yeah.
quite smooth. Okay, so we talked about your preparations for a show. Um, how do you you know relax, decompress after a show, or even after a studio session, especially because Asperger's and anxiety, you got a mix
Yeah,
of things going on, right?
yeah.
So how do you unwind?
So I like taking a hot bath with some Epsom salt, some alcohol, some bubble bath, and then I'll roll me about 3 blunts. I'll watch some scary movies, put a heating pad on my back, get real crazy looking, take my wig off, and
Just
eat something big and order some cookies.
that's a party for one right there.
That's
That's
me.
a wrap. That's a wrap. Most of us will be done for the weekend after that, right? Like we go.
Yeah, that's me.
The Epsom salt had me like, yeah, you know what? That's like me after
That's
trying to
me.
play some basketball or some shit. Shit. Okay. Ooh. Now this is the part where we do gotta ask a couple questions from our sponsors. Shout out to our number one OG sponsor, Thrax Pastry. Nothing for sale here, just a suggestion of where you can spend some time. All right. I damn near promise you'll enjoy the journey. No money back though. This is what we call comfort food. So kind of back to your scary movie situation, right?
Mm.
You said get you a big plate. What is that plate? What's that dish that you've had a long day and you gets in front of you? Don't call me, don't text me, don't bother me. I'm done with the world.
So I'm really fat. I can eat about 4 things a day to be satisfied. So I do eat about 3 bowls of cereal. That's just one meal, and that is through the day. I ordered some insomnia cookies. I'm not promoting. I'm not here to get paid or
Cut
anything
the
like that.
check. No.
I eat some insomnia cookies. And I cook. I cook a lot.
Okay.
So I be eating steak, mashed potatoes, some broccoli and cheese. I make some garlic bread with that, or I'll make a lasagna, some salad, and then I
Okay.
don't know, like I'm fat. I'll fry some pork chops, smother them with some biscuits, some gravy, some rice, some
So basically you
cabbage.
just gonna have you gonna have a
I
nice
gotta
big
have some. I gotta have at least 2 meals a day,
okay, solid meals.
2 solid meals, and then a snack, and then a bowl of cereal, and then an ice cream cone.
You smoke a lot.
I
You
do.
smoke a lot. That's
I
what that
do.
is.
I do.
Okay, so the next sponsor question comes from Sherry's Executive Lounge. If you ever just find it, you're needing a place or a time where you just kind of want to meditate on your soul, go tap in with Sherry's Executive Lounge, a dope ass cigar lounge right off Genesee in the historic 39th Street district. My question there is, and we're not talking cannabis or weed, we're just talking about a cigar, right?
Mm.
When's the best time for you to cigar? Like, do you do it when you're trying to get your thoughts together and figure out a master plan, or do you light up a cigar when you're celebrating that album release?
So I've actually never had a cigar,
Okay.
but and I don't drink at all. So
Oh wow.
I would never pop a bottle. I smoke periodically, so I don't know when I would smoke heavy.
Mm.
Um, yeah, when I'm celebrating something, or you know, I don't know. Yeah, when I'm celebrating something, I don't need to smoke too heavy nowadays. I be
Right. You
chilling.
just kind of just puff and figure out like,
Yeah,
okay, all right, all right.
yeah,
Me size you rolling the blunts anyway, huh?
yeah.
Okay, okay. Now this last one, appreciate you. This last one comes from Bargain Hunters Paradise. First Friday weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can check them out. West Bottoms Market. They bring a bunch of vendors through, and they just set the place up for you. Now, my question here is really built around the experience between the mall and a local vendors market. So you got the mall, you got the retail shops and their sights and sounds and smells, right? We have a vendors market that has 20 or 30 local vendors. They got foods, all kinds of things going on too. Which one grabs your attention and which one keeps you there?
So Fatty Foods, Angel Mac, she has some fire food. Anytime I see her set up somewhere, I'm definitely going to get some. Definitely going to get some. Um, um, I'm gonna go to boutiques. Bianca used to have a nice boutique. It's a few places. I just don't know the names of things. I'm sorry, I be
No, no,
stoned.
you good, you good. But I mean, you gave me the answer though, because really,
Yeah.
there is no reference to the mall. You
Okay.
mentioned all local places.
Okay.
So yeah, you like. So basically, what I'm hearing, y'all, is that if you're a local joint that has food, you need to tap in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
that's
be
what it
there.
is. She Big back, big back.
Yeah.
Well, actually, my bad. Now I gotta cut the check. I'm sorry. I'll hit you up, my man. Okay. So again, picking on the fact that you're new, but I ask everyone this from a local level. When you were able to get your first international show, you get the show where you got to get a passport and all that stuff, right? Where would you like that show to be? Where do you want your first out of the country show to be?
I want to be in Africa.
Africa.
Yeah.
Boom. She going to the big continent. Let's get it. That was easy too. That was quick. You look.
I like their music, and they be over there jamming.
Look. Okay. All right, then. So this is called the cosign question, and you said you've only had 3 studio sessions. There's 2 songs that are out right now. My question here is when you've come out of the session and you have this song, who's the first person that gets to hear it? Who do you send it to first to be like, hey, what do you think?
My mama.
Your mama.
Yeah.
She was ready. That was quick. All right, man. Shout out to moms. You know what I'm saying? All right. We're at the last question. And this is one that I've asked every artist, and hopefully I'll get a chance to ask you again. When it's all said and done, when they've had a chance to listen to Mercy or to Lonely, and they've seen ChixaP perform, what is it you want them to walk away with as far as the experience?
My versatility. Like, she was saying some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Just like that.
People can do anything on the beat, but when you actually saying some shit, like, oh, this you saying something. Like,
Look, now go ahead. You say this nigga was cold.
Yeah.
All right, I fuck with it. All right. So, do you have anything? I mean, I know we got the songs out. Do you have any performances coming up? Anything coming up that we should know about?
So I do have a performance coming up September 7th at 7502 Truth Avenue, Culture. I think that's the club name. I don't go out, so I think that's the club's name. And then Culture X, that's the name, Culture X. And then if you guys want to book me or anything like that, Perry T is my manager, so you can hit her up for all booking information and things like that. So yeah.
There we go. Make sure you tap in. Perry T is actually dope management. Make sure you get into their network and just
I love her.
tap
She's
in.
been doing amazing.
Now look, with that, it's been a hell of a conversation here. Sit down at Syke's, as you will. Bump Jonas with none other than
ChixaP.
Now, as I always say, love yourself like you try to love the world. Do something to earn your place in the world this week and just be some dope motherfuckers. Y'all have a good one. Peace.